Labor Day 2017, this past weekend, Vintage Stock had another one of their sales. Buy back issue, get one free. So of course that meant once again I had to go through the dollar boxes. And this time I went out to the One and Lease Summit. I had never, well, I'd been there once before. I was going to try to like hit that one and maybe the one in Liberty one day, and then another day go to Overland Park, but I had other expenses, so I decided just to go to that one. And I had a whole, not a huge stack. I think I got 20 here. So here's what I got. Venom, Carnage Unleashed, issue 2. I went ahead and took all the bags off of these since I'm going to replace the bags, and I kept the backing boards. Call the Conqueror, issue 2. I was good value. I mean, well, of course it was good value since it was only 50 cents, but even if I had bought it back then, you know, a cover price $1.25, it was good value because, I mean, these are double-sized, and they don't have any advertisements at all. There's no ads in the story. There's no ads on the back cover. There's no ads on the inside cover. How do I do that? Oh, another one of the Venom Carnage Unleashed. I don't care for Carnage. He's kind of an asshole. But I always like Venom. This is issue 3. The Thing. I'm not sure how many issues this series ran. There he is with Lockjaw. This is issue 4. I didn't really see a lot of Bronze Age stuff. There was I think there was an issue of Man-Thing in there, maybe. I know there was an issue of Monster of Frankenstein, but it was really beat to hell. And the cover torn, it was damaged. And I thought, oh shoot. So I passed on those. Thing, issue 6. I had one of these one time when I was a kid, and I thought it was really fun. They had several of these, so I got a couple of them. Sad Sack, Navy, Gobs and Gales. What the hell a gob is? I guess this was Bronze Age. 20 cents. So it was 1970 something. Not bad shape. Another Sad Sack. It's got a torn cover. Issue 246. Hardy Comics, so there must have been a few of these Sad Sack titles that they did. Here's one I was kind of surprised to see. I had this when I was a kid. I got it at when it first hit the stands. Adventure. Normally I would get one that was 50 cents. I think that was the price of them back then. But this was Marvel's doing their double size and anniversary issues or annuals. So those were 75 cents. This was a little bit more, but I managed to get it anyway. My mom said it was okay. And here it is again, back in my collection. Conan the Barbarian special 10th anniversary issue, 115, issue 115. Red Sonja's in it. They had several copies of this for some reason, so I just thought it'd be kind of fun to read. And I thought, yeah, it probably has Kurt Swan artwork, and I love his work on Superman. He's one of my favorite pencilers. And yeah, this have work by art by him. It's Superman and Wonder Woman. It was some comic that Radio Shack put out for their TRS-80 computer. Pretty sure I also had this one when I was a kid because I seem to remember this cover. Saga of the Swamp Thing. Oh, pardon me. Number 2. It's got a photo cover. Swamp Thing movie. I only saw one Charlton comic, and for some reason this part's missing down here. I'm not sure why, unless there was something down here on this bubble. Excuse me, it's not Bubble Yum, it's Hubba Bubba. Ad, something cut out for some reason. Charlton Comics. Attack, issue, what does that say? 18. Finally got all these. This is the last one I needed. The Massive Kung Fu series that Max did, a little more adult. Issue 5. So now I can finally finish the story. Paul Gulacy, or is it pronounced Gulacy? Looks like his artwork is certainly not bad, but not as great as it was on the original series. Him and Mike Zack did some great artwork on that, on the original series. Now these ones I had when I was a kid, because I used to have a subscription to Legion of Superheroes, so I thought I'm going to pick these up again. I certainly remember this cover. Issue 285 with Giant Boy crashing through the spaceship. Issue 289. And I think it was a lead up to the Dark Seeds. I don't know what the hell it was called that they did in that first part. Issue 290. Issue 291. Joe R. Lansdale, my favorite writer. The series called By Bizarre Hands. Now, this is Dark Horse, and I know I've got another. I've got 1 or 2 issues of these By Bizarre Hands, though it's by a different publisher, and even the artwork is different. So, here's issue 3. And Married with Children. Now Comics did several Married with Children series. This is something called their version of Fantastic Four. It's Quantum Quartet issue 2. There's like Al is Reed Richards, Peg as Sue Storm, Kelly as the Thing, and Bud as Human Torch. No idea if they were ever sued by Marvel Comics, but I just remember there's I also grabbed 2 more that I got over here because I got the Warner Brothers, so let me grab a hold of those. Now I mentioned the Joe R. Lansdale By Bizarre Hands series. This is the one that I was referring to. The other. This is the same story, exact same story that's in the other Bizarre Hands, the one from the other publisher. So it's the same story, but it's a different team, different art team, it's different artwork. So since I already have the story, I'm just going to have to give this one to my brother. I think he's the one that kind of turned me on to Joe R. Lansdale. I'd never heard of him, and something about the Drive-In or something. I think maybe there was also a sequel, and I read those. Man, I couldn't put those books down. I think I read like the first one in just like one weekend. And here's a, I certainly remember my brother having at least one of these when we were kids. I don't know if it was the same issue, but Whitman put out they had their own like a sword and sorcery title. Something called Dagar the Invincible, and let me take this sticker off here. I don't find what the hell issue this is. And this is issue, I don't know what. This is, it just says 25 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. See what it says on the inside. Pretty cool painted cover. Number 14, January 1975. Trying to look and see who did the artwork. I don't know. Because that's kind of surprised that Whitman did something. You know, Whitman's do like usually like more of a. Oh, what do they do? I don't like Bugs Bunny stuff and like Mickey Mouse and stuff. So he's something more adult like this. It's kind of strange. I don't know who did the artwork. I would have to find out looking at online or something. My brother had this. He had the doll. You can look through look back of his head and like a telescopic lens or something. He had the little rocket ship thing where you could lay him down. I had Maskatron or whatever it was, like his enemy. He'd take his face off, and he had like, parts in his arms. He could remove parts in his chest. He had like I said, he had like a suction cup arm thing. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for vintage stock. Buy one, get one free. Labor Day 2017. I don't know when their next sale like that will be. What's coming up next? Don't think they do anything for Halloween or Thanksgiving. Could be wrong. Maybe Christmas. Sure, they'll probably do something for New Year's. So maybe then that time we'll probably go to hit one in the one in Liberty, because I've never been there and I've never been to the one or two that they have in Overland Park. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody.